Now for that brief intermission, got another awesome interview for you, this time with the one and only Armada. Didn't win the tournament because he just didn't enter, but of course he's won our hearts throughout the many years of the great competitive matches that he has put on. So Armada, obviously, you know, you're here. You and Android put on a show in teams as well. Maybe fell a little bit short of your expectations, but I'm sure we'll see you back a little bit later. But for your first tournament, you know, major tournament, not really as a competitor, how was it for you?
No, I had a great time. Playing teams was fun. Watching the singles tournament from the side, also really cool, of course. And no, I feel like Big House was a great event overall, so I'm real happy to be here.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I mean, it was sensational. I thought that top 8 was fantastic. You know, obviously, now when you're watching, you know, a top 8 like that, you know, from the sidelines and seeing everything unfold, does anything in you just be like, man, you know, I kind of still wish I was out there a little bit, or is it maybe a little too soon to start thinking that way?
No, I think like every competitive player will always feel like whenever a mistake happens from a player, that I could have done this differently.
I got you.
And it doesn't even matter if you would have done it differently or not. It's always like, I could have done it differently.
That's fair.
So it doesn't really matter if it would have changed anything or not. It's more like, I could have done it.
I feel you.
So, of course, from the sideline, I felt like I could have done something differently. But if you look at it from like a real perspective, we can't really say for sure.
We
can't really say for sure.
Of course.
So, of course, I was frustrated at some points, but I know when I play the game, people like Mango, Leffen, Plop, Mutual King, they feel the same frustration. So it doesn't really say too much, to be honest.
I understand that. Well, that kind of, you know, that feeling you have, I feel like that almost perfectly converts you into, you know, another position you found yourself in at this tournament, which was commentary, right? I know a lot of people enjoyed the insight you brought to the game. Do you feel like that's something that you're really looking forward to, you know, bring it to the table down the road at more big premier events?
Yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to doing more commentary at events. I feel like I have a lot of insight I can bring to the viewers. I played this game for like 13 years, so I feel like I have a lot of insight that I can bring to the viewers, and I do want to do it more. So I hope that my first piece with Blur was like only, you know, a little taste.
Almost like a preview of things to come for you, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, you know?
I think one of the things for me, like even just going back to like when PPMD first hopped on commentary, when Mango's gotten on commentary, like the insight you get from players of your level is just almost invaluable, you know? So for you, even going into retirement from singles, I feel like there's just another dimension, a way you can help the community, if you will, you know, just critiquing and just kind of giving pointers and just sharing that wealth of knowledge for everybody. Are you one of those players who, because I know you're just genuinely a really nice guy, are you somebody who just feels like it's always better to just kind of share the wealth of knowledge rather than to kind of hoard it?
Yeah, no. I always want to share knowledge. I've always been like, I want to give as much as I can.
Sure.
I've never been like, you should hold it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I want to give as much as I can, and then if I can see people improve, then that makes me so happy. Whenever I see someone improve, if they improve partly because of what I said, I know that's not only because of what I said, but if they do it partly because of what I said, that makes me happy. IBDW is probably the best example in Melee community I can give. He's a fairly new Melee player. He's a top 30-ish player in Melee, and he often gives me credit for how much I've helped him in a Marth matchup as Fox, which is a very controversial matchup these days.
Of course.
And whenever he talks highly of that, I'm like, that makes me really happy. If I can make you a better player, of course, 90 to 95% is what he does. But if I give 5 to 10% of these numbers, that makes me happy. I just want to make every player as good as they can.
I understand that.
So even if that's only 5%, that makes me happy. I don't care about more than that. So I'm just really happy to give everyone as good of an opportunity as they can to become an amazing player.
You're a teacher in sorts. You're just instilling that knowledge, and then just being able to see them succeed with that in hand is just—it's just a feeling that it's not a lot of people are really going to get to enjoy. But you know, you obviously firsthand, you know what that feels like. So that's tremendous. But you know, we did talk about the fact that you're not playing singles right now, but teams. That's still an event. I imagine you and Andrew are still very, very hungry to get another W win. Can we expect you guys to be competing at, say, down the road, maybe even as early as a Genesis?
Yeah. No, I told Andrew in advance. that this event this is the worst you will ever see me at. I told him in advance, this is the worst you will ever see me at. Because I have not played Melee much for the past 2 months. And it was like, sure, he wasn't super happy about it, of course. But it was like, I understand it.
Yeah.
He understands that I do not want to play singles. He wasn't too surprised, but he was more like, I can see where you're coming from, right?
Sure.
So I told him that these 2 months has been hard for me on a personal level.
Understandable, yes, sir.
But from this point moving forward, I will do my best to make sure that we are on like a good schedule.
Right.
So even if we play less, we are better and more efficient with our practice. So that's going to be our work into Genesis, that we do a better job to be more consistent and more,
There you go.
Like
I mean,
we do a better work with the work we actually do provide.
Of course.
Because I feel like even this tournament, when I barely played for 2 months, we barely lost to Hungrybox 2.
Yeah, you had some close sets,
and we barely lost from Plop and Westport. I didn't feel like, even though I haven't played this game much for the past 2 months, which might sound like, oh, that's not so much. But in Melee, 2 months is actually a lot.
The rust accumulates a lot faster than a lot of people might realize, especially at that level of play.
That's what I'm talking about. But I also felt like we could have won both these sets. We didn't, and they won fair and square. But what I'm saying is that by Genesis,
hands.
we're going to give them some hands.
There it is right there, man. Hey, your work ethic is second to none, whether it be on the sticks or on the commentary. Looking forward to just the action you guys bring in teams as well as what you bring to the mic. Armada, thank you so much for taking some time out here with me.
Thanks so much,
to talk a lot, man. Really, and congratulations on everything you've accomplished. Make sure you guys follow this man on his stream. This guy's a funny streamer, especially when he's playing Rocket League. I'll be checking you out. You're a funny guy, no doubt about it. But, guys, that'll wrap it up here at the Big House 8 for Melee. You guys have an amazing time, and we'll see you later.